Alright, I am super excited because I just finished the blanket. Finally. It took me 5 months. Granted, I only work on like a square or 2 in a day. I think the max I did was 5 in one day. Each square took me about a half an hour to do. But if you know me, I don't like work on things for a very long period of time. Usually the square would take me 2, sessions, I guess. I don't know what you would call it. But it would usually take me about 2 times to get one square done, and each one took about a half an hour to complete. But yeah, I finally finished it. It took me 5 months, which is crazy long, but I finally finished the blanket. I used these knitting needles for every single square. They are a size 8. It's just my preferred size to knit with. And they're wooden because I don't like how the metal clanks together. I also don't really like touching metal. So yeah, I used the wood ones. And also, if you saw the other blanket video, I showed how much yarn that I started out with. And this is all that I have left of all the yarn balls that were in here before. This thing was overflowing basically. It was pretty close to it at the start. And so that's all I have left. I could have gone around again, but I thought the blanket was big enough as is, and I will stop stalling on showing you now. I'm just so excited I finally finished it. But yeah, here it is. This is I still need to take care of the ends because I literally just finished it. This purple one was the last square that I did. I wanted it to be the purple because I started with a purple one, so it's just a little, I started with it, so I wanted to end with the same color. So anyway, the purple was the last square that I did. This row right here is the last row that I did. I'm gonna have to pick you up to show you, I think, how big this thing is, because it's quite ridiculous. But just backing up, there's how big it is. Like, I don't think even all of it can get in. It's massive, and it's also the softest thing, like the softest blanket I have ever made. I need to lay this thing out because it's obnoxious. Can you even see this? It's gigantic, and I love it. It's so snuggly. Alright, I think the long way is this way. One side is slightly longer than the other. I love making big blankets. I have a problem. And this one is my absolute favorite. I have quite a few of them, but this one is the winner so far because it's the softest thing ever. All right, come here. Okay, so here it is. It takes up my entire bedroom floor pretty much. Yeah, I don't know if I'll use it on my bed. I think I'll just use it like as a snuggly blankie. Because this thing is just so incredibly soft. This square right here is the first one that I did. This was the first beginning of the blanket. So that's technically the middle of the blanket, I think. So yeah, that's it. I know it's not completely straight, but yeah, that's it. I wanted to do a little bit of, just because I liked the white and the green. It looked really pretty. So I did that in one of the corners. It was half accidental at the start, like those 3 and then that one. So those 4 squares were accidental because I just kept grabbing the same one, and then I decided to do a little pattern with it. So that's my favorite corner of the blanket. And then again, I ended over here with that purple square. It is so big. It's like, it's the biggest. It's so big. No wonder it took me so long, but I love it. It turned out really pretty. How I got the pattern, I just grabbed a random ball of yarn out of the basket and just did whatever color I grabbed. So that's how that turned out. Just sit back down again. Come here. But yeah, so if you can't tell, I love this thing. I am way too high for me. All you can see is my mouth. But yeah, as you can tell, I am So yeah, as you can tell, I am super excited that it is all done and I can finally use it. Yeah, I know I need to weave in that last little end string, but it is completely done. There is one spot right here that I messed up on. I'm not upset by it anymore. I was upset by it at the time when it happened, like so much so that I almost took the whole thing apart. I got that upset. But then I was like, you know what? It's fine. Nothing is perfect. So I wanted to keep it in there just as a, like, you know, nothing's perfect. I accidentally got the seam on the wrong side, and it's the only spot that's like that on the entire thing. This is the back, by the way. This side with all the seams and stuff. This is going to be the back, so it'll probably be the side that's not touching me when I use it. But yeah, the one little spot with the seam, I was just like, it's fine, I'll leave it. It's not that big of a deal. I can, you know, nothing's perfect, so I left it. But yeah, it is finally done, and I am so excited that I finally get to show you it. It took me ridiculously long amount of time, but again, this thing is ridiculously huge, so it makes sense. And now I'm just excited to use it. I used, what is this yarn called? I have a paper from one of the balls. Let me go grab it. I'll be right back. I keep this thing so that way I know what type of yarn it is, because this is my favorite yarn. It's from Hobby Lobby. It's this Baby Bee Sweet Delight. That's just, the Bashful is one of the colors. I have no idea which one, but it's one of the colors that I have in there, I think. Honestly, don't know what that color is anymore. But I just hang on to that one to remind me like what the yarn is. That's what every single one of these yarns were that is on the blanket, just because it's my favorite. It's the softest stuff to knit with, and it doesn't leave behind a bunch of those little floaty yarn things that make you sneeze. So yeah, that's the yarn that I used for this entire thing, and this is all the green that I have left because this one was my favorite color. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this silly little video. I know it was super short, but I'm just excited that I finally finished that blanket. I don't know what to make next. It's kind of a problem when you finish, like you're so excited you finish, now I don't know what to do. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this silly little video. Mostly just me talking and being excited that I finished it. I'm going to go enjoy my blankie now. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!